There's a lot of applause and finger snapping from the Squire corner over there. Wow, look at that. If only your mom had wanted a pound and a half of garlic sausage, you would have been...
Hey, she's got $50. She can probably buy
a lot.
3 pounds of that.
Yeah, $50. Does your mom give you any indication as to what she'll spend that on?
She said they're going to see... they're going to Idaho this weekend for my nephew's graduation. So she's like, this will come in handy on the trip. I'm like, yeah, you could buy 2 bottles of water at the airport.
Right. Where is he graduating?
From high school in Idaho.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Idaho. That's a wild state, boy.
Sure is.
Yeah. Very white.
I got my mom those pentatonic tickets I told you about.
When's that show?
August 17th.
Good for you. Outdoor, indoor?
Well, it's Blossom, so yeah.
Lawn?
Yeah, I got lawn.
You bought him or got him?
I bought them.
Hey, well, you always say you never buy tickets.
Yeah,
That you get them from the radio station. This is the first time you've ever purchased tickets for a show. Ever. Am I correct in that?
Yes.
Look at you.
Well, it's my mom.
Pentatonic. A, who knew Pentatonics was still around? B, he got him for his mom. That's sweet.
Gosh, she pissed me off.
Wait, you got him because she pissed you off?
It's going to make me feel bad about Derek Huff. And she still want to go to see Derek Huff.
9 years ago.
You know, you can do more than one thing for your mom.
No, she gets one
in a year, right?
She gets one for a year.
Mr. Zero-Sum Game over here. Yeah. He's he's still carrying Derek Huff around. Yeah, Mary's right. It was like 5 years ago.
Tell
Derek
her that.
Huff, huh?
Tell her that.
She's still holding it over your head.
We done gone on vacation since
And you
then.
figured, hey, what's the analogous musical act to Derek Huff? Pentatonics. There you go. All right.
And plus, there was a discount on Groupon, so I was like, let me act fast.
You got a Groupon? So they're not selling very well. That Krista Maldonado's foxy, though. She's still in Pentatonics? She's hot.
I don't know.
You don't know anything about it. You just know your mom wants to go see it.
My mom listens to their Christmas album on YouTube.
Oh.
So she's a big fan of them. I know I don't even think I remember a song from them. I think maybe Hallelujah, they did that song, but I don't know them. I know there's 2 gay guys in the group. That's all.
Okay.
And they were big on...
they won some NBC show years ago.
Yeah, like a cappella or something like that. I don't remember what it was.
I think a cappella is a war crime. But listen, some people are into it. What do you want? You and your mom? Just gonna be you and your mom, or anybody else?
No, I got one for me, one for her, and then she could bring 2 guests.
You're like, I ain't gonna suffer by myself.
Well, I imagine she will want to bring some.
That's how you know it's the Groupon. 4 tickets homie bought for his mom. Yeah. They probably cost you a total of $30.
My boyfriend would probably come with me, and then so that leaves her one little friend that she can go and hang out with.
You're going to take your boyfriend.
Wait,
one little friend.
She gets 2 tickets, and you're going to give one of them to McBoyfriend?
Well, she does get 2 tickets, but she would probably want me to have someone there because I'm like, I guess I would be like Gwen in this situation when you take her to a concert and she's just like, oh, she'll go along to get along. That's going to be me. I'm going to sit on the lawn, and I'm going to be scratchy and, hot. So if I have a friend there...
Yeah, but Gwen doesn't whine the whole time at the show. That's what I see you doing.
She knows that I'll hold it in until we leave.
And then you'll whine?
No, I'll wait till I drop her off, and then I'm like, can you believe it? You'll never guess what...
you'll talk shrimp after you drop your mom off. Well, that's a polite thing to do.
Yeah, that's a polite thing to do. I'll call up everybody I know, like, oh, you don't even know I was suffering for the last 3 hours because I went to this stupid Pentatonics concert.
You'll tell everyone what a bad time you had.
No, I think...
And you think that'll make them feel good about their lives.
I think I'll have a good time, honestly.
I think you will, too.
I do like their music. They are really talented. But I can't say that I'm like a huge fan. But
I understand.
The 2 gay guys are cute.
I understand.
One's a twink and one's like a twunk. So
twunk?
What's a fat twink?
No, like a taller twink. I think
twink and a twonk.
Yeah.
All right. What do you call a fat twink? I guess you can't have a fat twink.
Twinkie.
Just tall. They can only go up. They can't go out. Speaking of which, with all due respect, Lizzo, she was in town on Friday, and so downtown was madness because it was a sold-out Lizzo show at the Romo Fijo. It was a Guardians game at Progressive Field, and it was very easy to tell which people were going to which.
Oh, yeah.
So, but listen, by all accounts, great show on Friday night. I don't know anybody went, but there were a lot of girls downtown in their sequin tops celebrating their body positivity. Let's say that. By the way, that girl never got down here to push her cans against a window on Friday.
No, she
Oh,
did not.
lame.
This girl leaves a big show. She's going to come down, and she was promised, I don't know by whom, she was promised that Poundcake would sign her can. Didn't come down.
Lion-ass bitch.
Well, maybe life got in the way. I mean, I'm giving her some rope here. I'm just saying that I forgot that we had been anticipating that on Friday, and it never happened.
We did get someone that came over and waved, but no pressed boobs.
Yeah, somebody we knew waved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we know that person, and they're still a listener to the show.
Right. Yes. Well, anyway, so it was. So you'll go to Pentatonics, and I hope that it's a 95-degree day on the day that you go. In August, on the lawn at Blossom, I just hope you are sweating your balls off out there.
I'm probably gonna have a
wear
really
a
good
white
time.
wear a white linen suit. You got a white linen suit?
No.
Buy a white linen suit, and then wear that.
I'm probably gonna look cute. Like I'll have my muscles out, like my arms blazing.
Don't call them muscles. That detracts from all of the hard work you've done, and you've done a lot of hard work.
And
Muscles.
have a nice
Popeye.
little tank top,
Yeah.
showing my thighs off.
Well, you gonna go to Pentatonics dressed like it's Pride Week?
There might be some gay.
There might be. Yes, there will be gay people there.
their
Of course, it's
fan base-
Pentatonics, but I'm just saying. I mean, that's.
I was gonna say their fan base is kids and gays. So, yeah, I'm gonna wear something comfortable. I'm gonna
Where's
be
your mom
myself.
fall in that category? Because she's the one that wants to go.
My mom's a TikTok mom. Like she
Yeah.
doesn't film herself, but she watches a lot of people.
Kids and gays. Hope it doesn't get shut down by the legislature. I'm sorry, we've had to cancel the Pentatonics show. All of you can go home now. Cooler heads have prevailed. Your mom's a TikTok mom.
Yes.
I think your mom should be on TikTok.
Doing reaction videos.
I think that you are missing a golden opportunity to have your mom. No. Sleeping videos. She's sleeping all day. She works a graveyard shift, which is probably not what they want to call it in the medical field, but nevertheless.
That's actually a thing on TikTok, though, is people that will just have their TikTok live, and then you can
Watch them sleep.
watch them sleep and like pay money to wake them up.
This is what I'm saying.
What a dream.
Everything is a thing on TikTok.
Mhm.
So, yeah, have your mom can be the new TikTok pet. Rather than her giving her hard-earned money, have people pay money to, like, what is it? They, like, blare horns and stuff.
Yep.
Like,
No, I don't like the idea of my mom being a TikTok pet.
it's not up to you. She's a grown-ass woman.
Well, I don't care.
You don't care.
I'll cut off her technology on her phone plan.
Mm-hmm. That she pays for, you mean?
That
The
she
one that
pays
you're
for.
on that she pays for? You're going to cut it off? I'll cut off her phone plan that I'm on.
It's going to be a family plan, but I'm the administrator. It's like having a family computer. When your parents buy the computer, but the kids are the ones that know how to work it, this is how this operates, okay?
All right. We never had a computer in our house growing up, so nobody knew how to operate anything. I didn't even use a computer until college. But nevertheless, I take your point. Now, how will everyone celebrate National Masturbation Month?
Oh,
It's almost over. I mean, National Masturbation Day is the 28th, but have we been celebrating the month properly?
I've celebrated once or twice.
Once or twice?
Maybe.
It's the middle of the month.
I know, I don't do it that often.
Wow.
Because I'm having actual sex.
Hey.
See, this is,
Yeah.
but you know this. You know that this is a major misconception. People think it's a zero-sum game. That's like an insult, right? People go, I don't have to do that. I got a girlfriend. You can do it all the time. Doesn't matter.
I know you can.
Guys with
but,
girlfriends, wives, boyfriends, do it all the time.
But if my girlfriend's around, I'm going to be like, hey, can you get out
Well,
of
she-
here?
Give me
I
10
wanna-
minutes.
Yeah. Beat it. I'm horny and I don't want you here for it.
Sometimes you don't. You're like, I'd like a couple of,
yeah.
I'd like some time with myself, honey.
Well, I don't.
I see you
No.
all the time. I don't see
No.
that all the time.
No,
Need to get in touch with the inner me.
I'm probably
Bring some of it out.
15th. Yeah, I've probably done it 4 times.
All right, but who's counting?
is my guess.
Right.
I haven't been counting, so I don't know. So I have celebrated.
All right.
I'm sure everybody's very excited to know that.
Well, listen, I asked. I can't
Yeah.
expect to not get an answer. You know,
well, how
some,
many times have you celebrated?
some of you gals are out there double clicking on the daily. So what do you want from me?
Double clicking. How archaic.
Well, I like old timey stuff. Patting the cat. Do you prefer that?
No.
Orbiting Venus? No.
Look at the bead.
Finding Nemo?
What?
Dialing the rotary phone? You don't want that either?
Did you watch that?
DJing.
Did you, I know this is gonna sound.
Downstairs DJ? What are you doing that? Yeah.
It's gonna sound off, but it isn't connecting to Finding Nemo. Did you finish that From Black movie?
Scratching Yoda behind the ears? Yeah, I did.
Okay, that part where he's talking all weird about the movie Finding Nemo, it being like an illusion or whatever.
Yes.
And he said that it technically translates to nothing, and like the dad was having a what was he saying during that part?
He was saying that species of fish eats their children.
Mhm.
So that the movie Finding Nemo, he had killed his son by eating him, and the whole movie was an illusion about trying to find him, even though he knew to assuage his guilt
for
that
eating him.
For eating him.
Wow.
Yes, that's right. And then
Yeah,
he goes on to
I've
go.
actually heard that before, and I've never even
That it was
seen
like
this
a
movie.
conspiracy
Yeah.
theory that it's actually because Nemo translates to no one in Latin or something like that, or
and nobody in
nobody.
Latin, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like finding nobody.
I
It's
wouldn't-
like this whole big.
I wouldn't put
conspiracy
it past the Pixar to mess with our minds that way.
Well, every one of those movies has to start with a death. So
Not always starting with one. They
Well-
usually-
One
they
somewhere
try to
in
get
or
one
a
in
kid,
there.
or it starts with a kid who has lost a parent, right? Single dad and a kid, or single mom and a kid, because you're like, okay, well, that's where it's a super easy way to take the express lane to getting some feels out of you.
You know what?
But a
I
lot
bet
of
if we
those
went through
cartoons-
them, there's not as many dead parents as you think. Incredibles, no dead parents. I don't know about Cars. Do they even have parents? They're
know.
Cars.
I mean,
They
They have
they were
manufacturers.
birthed by
Yeah.
someone.
Up's got the dead wife.
Yeah.
There's always some. I mean, but that's what makes a movie, right?
Yeah.
There's some kind of tragedy or
Well, there-
something
yeah.
they have to overcome.
But I'm just saying there's not as many dead parents as you think.
Well, but there are a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, that is the express lane to getting people. You know, you don't have to. You don't have to cast another person.
Mhm.
You can. You don't need a whole lot of exposition. You just have the kid look lovingly at a photo of them and the dead parent, and then the other parent comes in. Are you okay? And that whole story is told for you.
I
And
know.
that's a trope in so many movies. My favorite is when they have the dead wife or girlfriend, and the person's always going back and watching the videos of her under the sheets, just being
Yes.
adorable.
Or on their wedding day.
Yeah, on their wedding day, or just
Yeah.
running in like, "Come on, what's taking you so
Chase me."
long?" Yeah,
Chase me.
Spinning around in the
Yeah.
rain, just looking up.
Yeah. And a lot of people have relationships like that. There are a lot of
no
people.
no one has any videos like that.
You know,
Anything-
when my first marriage, we had a wedding video. Gwen and I didn't because it's kind of corny. But
it's a
I mean,
wedding. I'm not talking about a wedding video. I'm talking about the like under the covers, like
oh,
playing
well.
around in bed and like.
And that was
out on
before
a
everything was
picnic.
being filmed.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have relationships like that. I think maybe, people who are, sometimes
know.
you'll hear a girl
think
referred to
so.
as a spinner. That's what that means. She's dancing around in the rain.
Ah.
It's Britney Spears. She likes
That's
to
right.
twirl.
Yes. Twirl, dance,
She do be spinning.
be it under sheets, rain, sheets of rain, whatever. It all comes back together. But yeah, he does go off in that weird little tangent in the bowling alley about finding Nemo.
Well, to answer your question, that's how I will be celebrating Masturbation Month.
Watching Finding Nemo.
Don't worry about my kinks, Bill.
Do not kink shame her.
I didn't. I was.
She'll
just
be
asking a
watching
question.
Finding Nemo.
Specifically,
Looking,
Fish.
trying to get Nemo down.
Cartoon fish.
This
Yep.
doesn't get
Just poaching the egg right
uh,
down there, and
cause problems with your other job as a fish detective.
No,
Is
no,
this-
no, no. Because
is this-
that's
ooh.
real fish,
Ooh.
and I get off to the fish cartoons.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's different. It's like anime and real
Got
life,
it.
you know.
Yeah.
yep. See, at home in Chicago, we had a very easy way to get our point across. If our girlfriend was off in the other room, I'd say, she's taking selfies at the Bean.
Mm.
Cute. Cute.
Oh, boy. Anywho, you do what you want to do, however you want to celebrate it. Perhaps you have. You've been visiting the safety deposit box all month. Who cares? Hey, Bird.
Hey, just was wondering if
It's the
it
one
makes
bird we
me
do
any
know
less.
is real. Go ahead.
Does it make me any less of a man that I cried during a Disney Pixar movie?
Everyone has.
No!
Oh, okay,
Yeah, you're a robot if you don't cry at those movies.
Yeah, I don't think I've cried at a Pixar.
Yeah, robot.
I mean, I never saw Inside Out. I never saw Up. Those are the two big tearjerkers, aren't they?
Inside Out is a big one.
Oh,
Sobbing.
Bing Bong. When Bing Bong. Oh,
Is that Lewis Black? Who is it?
No, that,
He's anger.
Bing Bong is Richard Kind.
Okay.
Is that his name?
I
Yeah.
have no
The
idea.
guy from Spin City and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of Clooney's inner circle.
Yeah.
Which one, Bird?
I think pretty much all of them.
Oh, you've cried at all. Oh, so when you go in, you're like, I'm going to start crying here. Okay.
Yeah, not specifically, but it's happened a couple times. Not sure when though.
Yeah, those movies are very heavy. They have some
They're made
real
that way.
emotional moments. I love them though. I love it.
They are constructed to give you no choice, right? That you know how they talk about how processed food is literally specifically designed to rewire your brain because it hits all the parts that, you want more and more and more. Those movies are specifically made to wire your brain in that way. Animated and focus grouped to get to that sweet spot. So it just makes you a human being, Bird. A human being and a bird.
All right.
All right. There's Bird in Olmsted Falls. I'll tell you the big winner, and who knew? Winner in air quotes. Big winner of all this retail catastrophe. Bed Bath & Beyond is going away. A lot of Old Navies are shuttering. There's a lot of Nordstrom Rack stores that are going away. They're turning them into pickleball courts. So the next time you're in a mall and it's noisier than usual, they like to refer to pickleball as America's fastest growing sport. Then in parentheses, in the 70 and up crowd. They're trying to make it seem like a cool thing, but I don't think people are really buying into it.
Dude.
But when you've got empty retail space, you're going to fill it with something. And these malls, they just want the rent. And they said that not just a few places are putting pickleball courts in there.
My mom is going to learn to play pickleball while she's out visiting my brother because he plays a lot.
Last summer, I was at a show in Michigan, and old people were talking about playing pickleball, and I started to make fun of them. I was like, oh, this is an old people sport, blah, 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 blah. I posted the video online, and I got so much crap from the pickleball community that was like, this is not an old people sport. Everybody loves it. They're putting in parks all over America. Like, it's very much a young people thing. And I was like, the only people I have ever seen talking about it are over 60.
Yes, those are like Gen Zers that are trying to convince themselves that they stumbled onto something new, and it's not just old people. It started in the 60s, for God's sake. I don't know why it blew up. I assume because of COVID.
I think because of COVID, and I call it American tennis because
what is regular tennis? Like Scottish? Where did tennis start?
I don't know. Tennis is just a lot more difficult because it's a bigger court and you have to move around more.
Pickleball's tiny,
so
right?
Pickleball is a smaller court, so you don't have to move as much.
And it's a paddle.
So it's noisy,
Americanized,
so it's like that pop, pop, pop.
Yeah.
Like if you ever go past one, I mean, there were like local ordinances in towns across the country where like we cannot have a pickleball court here because it's too goddamn noisy, and the people who live around here are always complaining. So that's why they're trying to put them now in malls. Pickleball America is a group that's taking over an 80,000 square feet space in Stamford, Connecticut, where an old Saks used to be. And it's going to become one of the largest indoor pickleball venues in the United States. Now, I will laugh when these places go broke in 18 months.
Pickleball places?
Yeah. But again, it'll just be, malls obviously always have some giant space that's empty. The Meadows in St. Louis will fill a former Bed Bath & Beyond with a pickleball court. So maybe you are one of those people. This news comes to you on the wings of a dove. You just couldn't be happier that pickleball, because here's what they have to do, and this is how you know it's not that fun, is these just aren't pickleball courts going in. They got to have food, and they got to have drinks, and they got to have all this other stuff. If pickleball was so awesome, you wouldn't need all that stuff. You'd just be filled to the brim with enthusiasm for the game, but they got to turn it into like, well, here's a big place with a bunch of stuff to do in it and pickleball. But these are going all over.
You want to come watch me play pickleball? No, I'm good. There's cotton candy.
Oh.
Choose your color.
They've got deep fried pickle chips.
How do you feel about kettle corn?
How about a big soft pretzel?
Extra cheese, please.
Choices of mustard. I got a break. If you want to send a text, 35192. You want to watch, AlanCoxShow.com is where the pictures show up. And we'll be back after these.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS.